What's up, guys? My name is Adrian Balderas. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. And if you're in your teenage years or in your early 20s, then this video is made for you. I'm going to give you 15 tips in order to start implementing into your life. That way, at the end of this video, you can start taking action and feel more fulfilled and happy. And I'm basically going to be talking to 17-year-old me, so I'm positive that this video is going to be super valuable for you guys. Now, starting at the top of the list, the first one is to get closer to God. Throughout your life, you're going to go through various situations where you're going to feel alone, lost, and helpless, and the only thing that's going to get you through those tough times is your faith. Now, I wanted to put this at the beginning because this is probably the most important one in my opinion. Growing up, I was forced to go to church, and it was something that I didn't really enjoy. I went through multiple phases in life where I didn't believe that he existed or that he was there, and as I continued going through life, I inadvertently started coming back to him. I found myself wanting to develop a relationship, to start praying, and to actually read the Bible. Trust me, this is probably the most important one. All these multimillionaires, talk about the same thing, that they put God first, and he basically steers the path, and you just have to focus on rowing. So trust in him. He has a path for you, and just develop your faith in him, and I promise you that it'll change your life just like it did mine. Now, number 2 is to be grateful but never content. A lot of people go through life looking at what they don't have and never really take a step back to focus on what they do have. Be grateful for the people that you have in your life, those relationships, your health, and the opportunity to wake up every single day and make something of yourself. Never settle for less, because then you'd be limiting yourself, and never take what you have for granted. I used to hate my first car. It was a 2003 Honda Accord that had no AC, so it was always hot and I was always sweating, but at least I had a car and I knew I could do better. And a couple of years later, I did. I was grateful but never content. And moving on, tip number 3 is to never compare yourself to others. There will always be someone that is richer, that is taller, that is more jacked, that is more prettier, or more famous than you are. You will never win that game. Learn to be comfortable with who you are as a person and be an original. We all may seem alike, but you're one of one. If you go through life constantly comparing yourself to other people and what they achieved and their success, then you will feel miserable, because you're going to feel like you're not good enough. The only person that you should be competing with is the person in the mirror. Focus on what matters to you and focus on what needs to get done, and your time will come. You just have to be patient. Now, tip number 4 is to respect yourself. Your word is iron-willed. When you say something, you do it. You listen, and you listen well when your father tells you to do something, like go wash the dishes. But when you tell yourself that you're going to stop eating certain foods, or that you're going to stop going out and start this business, you never take your word seriously. So learn to respect yourself, follow through, and do whatever it is that you said you would do. It is disrespectful to you and the people that you care about for not following through on what you said you would do. Tip number 5 is to read a lot of books and to write your thoughts out. Some of the most successful people that you don't have access to put all of their intellectual knowledge into a book, and most of you guys won't even pick it up to read. Everything is already written about, from business to finance, relationships, sales, marketing. Any topic that you want to learn is already written about. So go work on your brain power. Read 5 to 10 minutes every single day. Make that a habit and work your way from there. And once you read, go journal your thoughts out. It'll help you organize them clearly, and write about what you learned to help retain that information. Writing will help you communicate clearly. It'll help your diction, and when you speak, you'll be able to organize your thoughts and opinions in a concise and succinct manner. Now, tip number 6 is to produce rather than consume. And by this one, I mainly mean creating content. This is a creative hobby and can be a high income skill, but rather than getting on social media every day to scroll and get your dopamine hits, why not create content about the things that you love? Every time I create content, I try to learn from others and add my own twist to it. I learn more and more every single day, and I try different transitions, visuals, edits, and cuts. You can build up a portfolio and look back at all the videos that you created. It'll be a track record, and you can see how well you progressed over time. Next is being cautious with who and what you spend your time on. Your time is the most precious resource that you have, and you have to be very selective about who you give it to and what you spend it on. Maybe playing video games every single day isn't the best use of your time. Maybe getting drunk every single weekend when you're in college trying to figure out what you want to do in life isn't the best use of your time. As you grow up, you start to get more and more responsibilities, and your priorities start to change. You are going to have to sacrifice many things in order to reach your goals. So focus your attention on what really matters. Tip number 8 is work-life balance. Here in the US, everything is about hustle culture. It's work, and when you start to travel outside the US, it is nothing like that. It is okay to reward yourself every now and then, because You're supposed to enjoy life. It's not supposed to be work, gym, sleep, eat, rinse, repeat 5 days out of the week for 2 to 3 months. Go experience new things and go travel if you're fortunate enough. And this doesn't necessarily mean traveling all the time. This could be trying a new restaurant in your town or something. Just be responsible about it when you do. Next up is number 9. Get mentors in every area of your life. In business, fitness, relationships, or finances, learn from their mistakes and use their guidance to help speed up your process. If I was in business and I was competing with my partner and we had 2 years to build something and I had a mentor who had already done what I was trying to do, I guarantee you that I would have more results than my friend because I'm learning from my mentor's mistakes. And this could be with anything. If you want a better physique, then go ahead and hire a trainer. And if you don't have access to these type of people, look at the people that are most successful in the areas that are already creating content. Listen to their podcasts, watch their YouTube videos, look at their social media profiles, and look at the type of content that they're producing and see what you can take from them and apply to your own life. Number 10 is to change your diet. And what I mean by this is everything that you consume and take in. This could be from the food you eat, the water you drink, the music you listen to, the people that you hang around, and the videos that you watch. Anything and everything that you constantly take in on a daily basis. If you drink tap water, try changing out your water and adding salt to it because the salt will help it absorb it and you'll feel a lot more hydrated. If you eat fast food, replace that with fruits and try eating grass-fed meats. It'll help you with clarity and it'll help remove all the fogginess that kind of makes you slow. Music is frequency, and depending on what you listen to, it'll lower your vibration. Intaking lots of alcohol will naturally lower your frequency. It is scientifically proven. So you have to be around things or consume things that will naturally raise your vibrations and frequency to make you that ultimate person that you know you're supposed to be. So go try things, switch them out, and change your diet, change your life. Next up is becoming a giver. Give back without expecting anything in return. When you genuinely want to help people out of the kindness of your heart with no ulterior motives, the universe will work in mysterious ways to reward you. I am a testament to this. My mother owns a flower shop and it was one of our workers' birthdays. I was a little bit tight on money and out of the kindness of my heart, I wanted to sell her $250. And it wasn't much, but 3 days later, I got a check for $4,300 that I was not expecting whatsoever. Whatever you put out there, whether it's helping others, giving back, or doing favors, I promise you that it will come back to you tenfold. It's all this good energy that you're putting out there that it will eventually come back to you. It's like good karma. Number 12 is to adapt the it's not that deep mentality. Whenever something happens to you that you can't control or that's out of your reach, it's not that deep. You shouldn't focus on or give power to the negative things that can affect you if they're not that serious. Money comes and goes, and I honestly look at it as a tool. If I have to pay this much money to get my brakes done, then I can always make more. It's not that deep. And if someone almost hits me while I'm driving down the highway, I'm not gonna let it affect me for the rest of the day. You wanna know why? Because it's not that deep. So adopt that mentality and all the small trivial stuff that doesn't matter. I promise you that you'll be living a more fulfilled life. Now, number 13 is to develop your own character. This one is one of my favorites. I am naturally an introvert and I am comfortable being alone. With that being said, there will always be a time and a place where I will have to carry myself in a different manner. So when I was 17, I didn't feel comfortable running up and going to talk to random people. But when I got my sales job, which was going door to door, I had to be able to step into that second character. I had to develop that character, and that type of person would have to entertain people at the door, be confident about what I was talking about, and sell in order to get paid. If you don't develop this type of character, you will always be undervalued and underpaid. When I step into that character, I'm able to make people laugh, influence them, and have them naturally gravitate towards me because of my confidence. I'm seen as high value because I built up that confidence and I built up that charisma. So take the time to develop this type of character. You have to learn how to read the room, be emotionally intelligent, and be comfortable being yourself around tons of people, and that will help you. Number 14 is to choose your heart. Being broke is hard, and trying to become rich is hard. So just pick one. Living paycheck to paycheck, working 40 plus hours a week, and not being able to enjoy life is a struggle. But working on the weekends while everyone else is out having fun, putting in so much effort and not seeing any results and failing over and over is also hard. So I would much rather struggle to try and live a better quality life and make something of myself than to be stuck and miserable hating every second of it. So choose your heart. And finally, 15, learning a high income skill. Anyone can learn how to be a cashier or flip burgers, but not everyone can sell, market, code, or copyright. Invest the time into yourself and your skill set in order to get paid accordingly to the amount of value that you provide. People will pay you money when you help solve their problems or help make them more money. And that is exactly why I learned sales, because I'm able to help them solve their problems and get paid for it legally. I don't have to sell drugs, I don't have to scam people, and I don't have to steal from them. Start personal projects for yourself. Take the time to build up that skill. Let's take creating content, for example. I can make YouTube videos or shorts. If I get really good at it, I can create content for other people and get paid for it, where I can make more than I would at a regular job. So that is the end of this video. I hope you guys got a tons of value from it. If you haven't subscribed already, then what are you doing, bro? It takes 1 second to hit that subscribe button. So make sure to go ahead and do that. Leave a comment down below about which tips you'll be implementing into your life. And if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.